One of the challenges and one of the, I guess, most important outcomes of the undergraduate experience, really any level of education, but we're focused now on the so-called baccalaureate or undergraduate experience, is to get students to think about their thinking and to understand what they now can do with what they know that's different from the day, the week, the year before, and connect these ideas in meaningful, concrete ways to what they're experiencing now. And then the nature of these cumulative effects is not just supposed to, but it will change the way you view the world, you view yourself, the meaning you make of subsequent experiences. That's a thumbnail kind of definition, and others will correct me on this, but of what I call deep integrative learning, meaning that I now am converting what I've read or heard into my own words, into some sort of apparatus in my mind's eye where these words, these understandings are mine. Not mine alone, but I can explain in my own language to you what it is I know now about, I don't know, cognitive science, or, how to design, a quasi-experimental study, and so on and so forth. So I'm now able to anticipate, recognize when something is different, draw on what I've learned in the past to try to respond to this current new situation. Sometimes we think the integration piece is, I don't want to say simply, it is part of making connections between the things we've studied. And of course, we can accentuate that process as classroom instructors, studio, whatever it is, by designing assignments that require students to draw on readings and experiences that they had in previous courses or courses that they're taking concurrently, which is, one of the more maybe powerful potential effects of a learning community. Again, when students are taking 2, 3 of the same classes, the effects are more powerful if the instructors of those different classes get together and, design mutually assignments that cross the course boundaries. So I think deep integrative learning, to me, is the gateway to lifelong continuous learning, which perhaps is the most important kind of set of proficiencies students, our graduates today, need, because the world is a very much more dynamic, churning place. I mean, when you look at, 30 million people, I'm told by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, so this is the federal government, so you can believe this. You got 30 million people working in the U.S. economy today in a job that didn't exist last year. And 60% of the people are changing jobs every 5 years. The notion, my generation came out of college saying, okay, I now know what I need to know to live a long, happy life. Well, that's just no longer the case. The new information, it's an avalanche. And so what employers want, at least this is what CEOs tell us, is, I don't want someone who can do this job right now. I want someone who's going to be able to do whatever the job is 5 years from now, because we don't even know what that work's going to look like. We just don't know. And so I think this deep integrative learning is a kind of the foundation for learning on one's own for the rest of one's life.